Suze, we are about to deal with some life big issues
Yes,
in
of
the
course.
show today, the Luke and Susie live discourse. Of course, the big issues are talking about things like footy finals and making a mess around the house, or where you would prefer to shove the mess, I guess is more to the point. It's all a part of Luke and Susie Discourse live online. Come and join us on YouTube or in the Facebook community Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. You can add your chat to the chat box, and we're about to get underway with the Luke and Susie Discourse live.
Next.
The Luke and Susie quotable in just moments, and it's talking about insanity.
It's Luke and Susie with Faith, Family, Culture. It's Luke and Susie with you. We're broadcasting from Greece.
What's the wise words of someone from yesteryear? So as we get underway with our Luke and Susie live discourse, I want to talk about something that's been happening in my world.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
All right.
That I have been falling asleep watching some kind of screen of recent times. You came and found me, what was it, at 2:00 in the morning?
Yes.
At one point after I had fallen asleep watching a footy show.
Yes, and it was still blaring. Yes.
And so
but you were fully out to it.
Describe what you saw.
So lights on. TV was still quite loud at the time, and you were fully out to it in the corner on the couch.
And so you
sitting upright.
Sitting upright,
Yeah.
bolt upright, as if I was still watching the television, but the eyes were closed and the story was happening.
Yeah.
Well, so and of course you were lovely to wake me up to make sure I didn't sort of have this really bad sleep and
I did
stiff
it
neck.
gently.
And you did.
Yeah.
You went like. But I had another time where I fell asleep just recently watching the AFL All-Australian team being announced.
Right.
But I didn't know I'd fallen asleep watching it. The next morning when I woke up, I just woke up, and it wasn't until eventually I pieced a few things together. Like I woke up with my wallet in my bed.
Yes.
And I'm like, why is my wallet in my bed? I'm like, that's a bit odd. And then I started to put a few things together. Like my phone was weirdly, it was on charge, but it was down the back of my bed behind the pillow. And I went, that's a strange place for my phone to end up. Usually it's on the bedside table. And then I went, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to go to bed. I was charging my phone, watching the phone, live TV.
Yeah, because I think you were planning to actually go to a doctor that's just a walk-in doctor. And you
never made it. Fell asleep.
Made it.
But here's the thing: where the phone was, it made me just try and relive the moment I fell asleep, because I must have been holding the phone up and dropped it.
Well,
and so I must have hit myself in the head or something.
Well, let me tell you, when I went to bed, the phone was on your chest. So you must have done something in the night.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you left it with me with my phone on my chest and just went, good night.
Yeah, I figured you'd stir eventually.
All right, yeah.
I thought I would wake you up.
The next morning when I slept through my alarm. Let's get into our Luke and Susie Discourse.
Luke and Susie want to talk about what matters to you. To share your thoughts or suggest your topics to be discussed, the Luke and Susie Discourse.
Discussing the big issues today, and Tony is the one who has sent through the question that we're looking at today, and it's a common one that we find in households all across the country. Does the cook also do the dishes in your house? Now, obviously, if you live by yourself, of course, whoever does the cooking does the dishes. But in other households around, who is responsible for cleaning up? Is it the person who makes the mess or the person who eats the result of the work?
Now, you got burnt by our house rule the other day because we have the whoever cooks doesn't have to clean rule. And you instigated that. That was your rule. And we went, okay, that sounds reasonable because you did a lot of the cooking. So therefore, if you're doing a lot of the cooking, you go, I'm okay with that as long as I don't have to clean as well. So we then started to take on that if you don't cook, you have to clean. Then it becomes a big, where are the loopholes for how much cooking do you have to be involved with in order to justify being out of the cleaning? So our kids will go, oh, no, I helped cook. And you go, you handed the cheese.
Yeah, that's right.
but
I was near the kitchen while the cooking was happening.
So previously we had to instigate a new sub rule to it because one of them made themselves a ham bread roll for dinner and said, I cooked my own dinner. I went, well, first of all, it's not cooking, putting ham on a bread roll. Second of all, if you do it for yourself, it doesn't count as getting you out of cleaning if you only make food for yourself. That's
right.
the rule.
Yeah.
And Suze, you made something for dinner that mostly you wanted, but nobody else wanted to eat.
Yes.
Which was a zucchini slice.
I love zucchini slice.
And took a lot of effort to make the zucchini slice, but only you were going to eat it. So
Yeah.
therefore, the new sub rule kicked in, and it didn't get you out of cleaning because you only cooked for yourself.
No, but we've previously in our marriage had the rule where the cook does the cleaning, because when I would cook, I would clean as I go. And by the time you would come in to clean, there was hardly anything there. But if you cooked, you would use every possible pot and pan in the house and leave it all over the place. So like, no, let's make it that it's a bit more fair than that. If you cook, you clean.
Come on, you misrepresent what I do sometimes.
So I think both are valid ways of running the household. We're just keen to know, and Tony is too. Does the cook do the dishes in your house?
Now, before we get to the answers, Brooke wants to, has written through a message referring to our children's attempted to get through the loopholes as clever kids.
Yeah. You think?
We are constantly on our toes. And also we had Zian who said we do both, but we're trying to get the kids to help with the dishes.
Yeah. Train it young. That's good.
That's it. Get them in early. So let's get to some thoughts on this.
Kath, let's start with you. Do you, in your household, does the cook do the cleaning or do the eaters do the cleaning?
Well, it all just depends, I guess, on my stress levels. My husband will jump in and do the dishes if he can tell I'm about to lose it, because I've been with the kids all day and down, and he's been off at work. So sometimes from a sanity perspective, yes, he will jump in and do the dishes, but I think I have to be right on the brink in order for that to happen.
Okay, so is his radar consistently on? Does he always know where breaking point is?
No, it has to be pretty obvious. He's not great at picking up on the small cues. I have to be clearly about to lose it in order for him to pick up. Oh, okay, I might help Kath out a little bit here. But usually, giving him credit, he goes and does bath time with the kids while I clean up. And that's actually my then lovely time. So I don't mind cleaning up because I'm much like Susie in that I'll clean up as I go. So it's not a massive job at the end. And I just put a bit of music on. There's no one around me. They're all in the bath and I can hear the chaos happening in the other room. And I'm quite enjoying doing the dishes in that respect.
It's a quick reward job too, isn't it? You have something dirty and then you see it all clean, and it's very rewarding when you get that clean kitchen at the end of it all.
Yeah, my favourite part of the night is that final wipe down of the bench, and you look back and you're like, that's my surrounds. I love this.
That's fantastic.
So to help with the other part, maybe we can get you one of those buttons that you push and there's an audio recording, but we'll paint it orange. So it's a warning. And like when you know you're starting to get on edge, you just hit that button and that's your husband's pre-warning. Hey, it's working towards nuclear levels.
Yeah,
so
it's
just
time.
It's getting pushed, then start to pay attention.
That's right, indeed.
Now, Corey says, yes, the cook also does the dishes in my house. Okay, that's the way we used to do it, and that actually worked all right. In Brooke's house, Mum cooks and she cleans.
Okay.
So it's the different way around.
Yeah, so people have got some predetermined roles.
Yeah, and I don't think that's actually a bad way to go.
Because there's not a right or wrong, right? It depends on the household and what works for the people involved.
Exactly.
So this is what Tony's trying to get to the bottom of. Renee, what is it for you? Does the cook also do the dishes, or what's the scenario?
No, not necessarily. So I cook most nights, and then my kids take it in turns. They're teenagers now, so 2 of them do it one night, 2 of them do it another night, 2 of them do it the third night. So they do have to help with cooking as well. If they're not on the dishes, they have to come and peel veggies or whatever help I need. But with having multiple kids, it means I get to spread it out a bit more.
And is that rostered? Like officially, they know when they're on and when they're off? Yep.
Just rotating. So the same 2 kids, I've worked out who gets on with each other well and who complements each other well. And
it's important, isn't it?
It's really important.
Absolutely, it's important. Otherwise, I'm just in there adjudicating the whole time, and that doesn't help me at all. So and so it's just a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Excellent. That's great.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Well, hopefully that's helped Tony to get the answer to that question.
Well, it's certainly a big task that we need to get right in our family Luke and Susie live discourse. Come join us and add your comments into the chat box. You can watch it on YouTube or on the Facebook community or Facebook page. We'd love to connect with you and have a look at your comments as they come through while we are live right now. But this is all possible thanks to our program sponsors. So much to explore, so much to experience, so much Australia.
Rediscover our great country and all of its beautiful secrets and majestic surprises, and head off-road with a Blue Water camper trailer from program sponsor Blue Water Campers.
A quality Blue Water camper makes any adventure possible and every journey enjoyable.
So take a look at the range at Blue Water Campers today. Chat to the team about all the options that are available to you. You can find out more online at bluewatercampers.com.au.
As we get into our next topic of conversation, Suze, this is something which I think is really important for the average household in Australia to deal with right now.
Is top of mind for you, Luke.
Yeah. Well, is it fair to say, though, that even though it's not necessarily as positive, it is also top of mind for you because you're about to lose your husband for a month?
Well, we'll see.
Oh, there's a challenge being laid down. We are talking footy final season, and of course, for having a husband, you've got the best of us because I not only like one footy, I like them all.
Yeah, right.
So it's not just AFL finals or NRL finals. You lose me to both, which is really exciting, Suze. There's a lot of games to be watched.
There is a lot of games to be watched.
So I wanted to ask the question just to see the camaraderie that I might have.
Okay.
Finish the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Footy final season is as exciting as what?
How do you finish the sentence?
Well, I would
or do
say,
you just go, footy final season is exciting as?
Is exciting as man's first step on the moon.
Oh,
relived over and over and over again.
Big talk.
Big like this. I am so pumped and I am so emotional right now with all the drama and all the stories and all the epic kind of moments. I'm buzzing. Suze, finish the sentence. Footy final season is as exciting as.
I was struggling to finish. The sentence. Okay, so we've just had a little bit of a problem with Luke's connection there. He's coming back as we speak, so we'll be able to be fully live any second now.
Hey, it looks like
You're back any second now.
Hey, it looks like
You're back.
And although it hasn't sort of come through. Elements. We don't know whether we can move on or not. We're just waiting to see on Semi's screen. Have you got us back there, Semi? We are back live. Awesome. So we were saying before we got rudely interrupted by internet dropping out.
I think the internet has something to say about the footy final season. So I was saying I got my phone to automatically answer the sentence at the moment. The sentence we're looking at, footy final season is as exciting as, what do you think the finish of that is? My phone says, footy final season is as exciting as ever before the game starts.
Well, when I did the auto fill from the center bar, it said footy final season is as exciting as I can get on my calendar for the next year, but it is a great day to be able to get it out to you. It understands how much this means to our relationship that I talk to you about the footy final season.
But in your own brain, you say it's as exciting as man landing on the moon. So how exciting is the AFL footy season?
Let's start with Jessica. Jessica, footy final season is as exciting as, finish the sentence.
Watching paint dry.
No, we've not got Jessica sound. So let's go to Brian. Footy final season is exciting as, finish the sentence.
A COVID lockdown. We have to have it and there's no avoiding it. But it's sad.
No, we've got bad sound happening.
I think that's our connection then.
That's
Presumably.
let's try a third one and just hope that something might change here, and we'll give Kath a try. Footy final season is as exciting as.
I'm sorry, there's footy finals on.
Okay, it's not working. Let's try something new here.
Can you hear me, Kath?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. So footy
Yay,
final
we're back
season is for you, Kath, footy final season is as exciting as.
Oh, I'd say it's marginally, just slightly more exciting than washing the dishes from our previous conversation for me. There's a mild enjoyment. I love the atmosphere that you get in footy finals, but I can't say the actual game myself is that exciting.
I like that. There's a mild excitement.
A mild excitement. Okay.
Equivalent to cleaning the kitchen and doing the dishes. Yeah.
Now, it seems like everybody else's audio was coming through loud and clear, but ours wasn't. And so I'm going to just ask again, Jess. Jess, footy final season is as exciting as.
Watching paint dry.
So not a fan.
Glowing endorsement. How exciting is watching paint dry? Isn't it amazing, Jessica?
Well, it's funny because your answer is actually very similar to Angela, who said that footy final season is as exciting as watching paint dry and then spending time bonding with that wall.
Wow.
I don't know that others so far are as excited as you are about the footy season.
We've got some genuine fans here. Do we have Renee? We can go to Renee. Footy final season is as exciting as.
Oh,
playing the game myself and it being my game.
Oh, you're into it.
NRL and Union, yes. AFL, I can leave behind.
AFL, you're not a big fan. Who's your team for the NRL?
Panthers.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Luke doesn't go for the Panthers, apparently.
But I can understand why Renee would be excited. I understand.
Jacko, let's ask you, when it comes to footy final season is as exciting as?
Well, I'd say it's super exciting. But which footy finals are we talking about? Like, if we're talking local rugby, then
Luke's talking
it's
AFL, but
because local rugby, our club, everyone made it through to the final, so that is super exciting. It's all happening. So that final season, the best it's ever been. I really haven't watched much other footy, so I'd say, yeah.
Hey, local footy's great. That's fantastic answer. All right, let's finish. We'll get Brian's answer again. Footy final season is as exciting as
COVID lockdown. Many of us don't want it, but we have to have it. There's no avoiding it.
Okay, so Brian's another fan. Brian's
that actually is a great answer.
COVID lockdown. All right, nice. Okay, so I'm not going to have a lot of people watching the finals with me. Sammy, our producer, highlighted that Angela's answer almost killed me. She came through with the bonding with the wall line just as I was sipping my coffee, and it went down the wrong tube. That was almost disastrous. Hey, even with all the internet dropouts and connections, all this is possible because of our program sponsors, and with so much to explore, so much to experience, and eventually with the COVID lockdowns ending, so much Australia that we can be a part of.
You can rediscover our amazing country and all of its beautiful secrets and majestic surprises and head off-road with a Blue Water camper trailer from program sponsor Blue Water Campers. It's a quality Blue Water camper that makes any adventure possible and every journey enjoyable.
And the perfect thing when your state borders are shut to be able to do some local enjoying of the environment and have an incredible time. So take a look at the range of Blue Water campers today and chat to the team about all the options available to you at bluewatercampers.com.au.
Now, we're going to be going to our Would You Rather question today, and it's a very, very messy Would You Rather that we're looking at, Luke.
Yeah. Well, we've got a mess somewhere. The question is, where would we prefer the mess to be? You can't get rid of the mess altogether.
No.
The location matters, though. as we get into our Would You Rather.
Pick a side, place your vote.
Our Would You Rather question today is, would you rather a very messy car or a very messy bedroom?
Ooh.
I mean, I would rather neither.
No,
but if
you
we
don't
have
get to choose either.
If we have to choose one, I know straight up I would
Yeah.
probably rather a messy car because I function as a human so much better when my bedroom is clean.
Yeah.
And I physically feel the difference when I have a messy bedroom and a clean bedroom. I do so much better when it's clean. The car annoys me when it's messy and it's frustrating and it's on my mind when I'm in the car, but when I'm out of the car, it's fine. So
yeah, you do. If your bedroom is messy for any period of time, then it just builds, doesn't it?
It does. It really builds up.
I would have to say I'd rather a messy car because I spend more time in my messy bedroom. In my room. Sorry, I spend more time in my bedroom than I do in my car. So I'll take the messy car just because I just have to see it less.
You don't spend as much time there.
Okay, let me give you context. I had a Mazda 626 when I was younger, and the car was feral. It was such a mess.
It was not good.
And I had to trade it in. I was selling it to get something else, and when it came to trade point, they went, "Okay, here's the trade deal. You get this car." And then I looked at the car and I went, "It's filled with mess." And I went, handed them the keys. Best way to clean out my car was to sell it. So it was all included, Suze. It was all included.
There might have been some hidden gems in there.
There could have been. Who knows how much loose change there was in below.
That's right.
And how many dropped lollies, Suze? That would have been the winner.
No. All right, well, let's ask you now. Would you rather a very messy bedroom or a very messy car?
Let's add Brian. Brian, what do you think? Messy bedroom, messy car. Which one?
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with messy bedroom because I'm an Uber driver, so I spend more time in the car than I do in my bedroom. So
and it would
has
cost
to
you
be
more.
tidy. But if you want to talk about where to hide the mess, I shared a house once with a fellow who was having a lady friend visit, and the washing up hadn't been done for several days, so he got it and shoved it all in the oven and hid it in there. So there's a great place to hide all your dirty stuff in the kitchen if you're having a visitor.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Who hasn't done that, though, with cleaning up anything? Found another space to shove it into so at least it was hidden?
Always. That's how my walk-in robe ends up looking the way that it does every single time. I suppose if you have a messy car, that could cost you an Uber rating, whereas a messy bedroom would cost you an Uber rating. Yeah.
And passengers having to dig passengers out when you drop them off and having to,
it's not
14,000 things out of the car just to say, there you go, out you get. Give me a 5-star rating and a $5 tip, please. No.
Yeah, you probably only get a 4-star rating for that if you have to dig them out. You'd get 1 star for the mess, but you'd get the bonus 3 stars back for saving their life.
That's right.
So
that's true.
Hey, let's go with we've got Jacko. Jacko, which one would you rather? A messy car or a messy bedroom?
Oof. Well, during rugby season, our car is pretty messy anyway, so I'll have to go with a messy car.
You can live with it.
Yeah, you can live with it.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Brooke says that you'd rather have a messy car because we have to keep the room clean for house inspections, of course. Yeah. And you don't have someone sort of inspecting your car in the same way. Producer Sammy, which one would you rather?
I would probably have a rather car.
Wait, hang on a second. We've got sound coming through your computer. We might come back to you. That didn't seem to work. No. Okay.
Corey said messy bedroom. Would rather have the messy bedroom than the messy car.
Okay. And Kath, messy bedroom, messy car. Which one would you rather?
Messy car. Can slam the door on that, turn your back on it, and you don't have to see it again until you hop back in.
That's right.
I like the no nonsense but slightly elevated drama into your world of cleaning. There's a slam. It's not just walk away. We have the option.
Just walk away. No. It's like I need to forget about that, and I'm going to. And then you put it out of your mind, and you're done.
There's an action of disapproval, but I'm still not going to do anything about it. I'm just walking away. Love it.
It's passive aggressiveness at its finest.
Jessica, would you rather a messy car or a messy bedroom?
definitely messy car because, like everybody said, I can walk away from the car and close the door and not look at it. But, I'm in my bedroom more. And even though my bedroom can get a bit of a mess, and that drives me nuts when it does get like that, that mess can be in the car and I won't really care.
Yeah, I think what we should all do from this point on is take Kath's lead when it comes to wherever the mess is, whether it's the car or the bedroom, slam the door and walk away.
Yeah,
the slamming process seems very therapeutic. Suze, before we wrap things up, I've got a bit of a question I want to ask, and we can get some different opinions. But I've been playing a bit of a game of rugby league. I'm getting into the footy finals by using it on my phone. But there's ads in the midst of it. And in the ads, there's usually promotion for other games, for other apps.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, whenever there's a game that says fight the zombies, it's like I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that sort of a game. But recently, I've had a strong desire to say, yes, I want to play the zombie game. Where the whole mission of the zombie game is that you kind of, like in one of them, you're pushing an old lady in a wheelchair, and the zombies come and you don't know how to fight them off. And then she pulls a machine gun out of her wheelchair and starts to fight the zombies off. And then you go into this kind of car yard place, you put up a big fence, and then you got to build things in order to create a fortress that gets bigger and medical and food growing and everything in order to protect yourself from the zombies that are all outside the perimeter.
Right.
And all the game is about building your community inside the compound to fight off the zombies outside the compound. I went, I want to play it. But I'm thinking it sounds like a ridiculous thing to want to play. So should I get the app? Should I play it?
Okay. Do you want my actual advice?
Yes, please.
My actual advice is spend the money to turn the ads off the rugby game so that you're not a victim to marketing as you have clearly become.
I did not expect you to tell me to spend money on a sports game app on my phone. So that's clearly a disapproval of the zombie game.
My real answer is just put the phone down.
All right. No, that's not an option. You don't get that. This is not you get to choose anything. Renee, zombie game. Should I play the zombie game?
Not a chance. No way. Not a chance. I wouldn't even let my kids play a zombie game. No way.
All right. Well, So Renee's undecided.
No, Renee and I stand united. Renee and I are a team
here. Kath, should I play the zombie game?
Oh, look, I'm joining Team Renee and Susie, actually, Luke. Sorry. Nah, no zombies. Come on.
Okay, everyone's hanging up on me. Who's
even
more like
Corey says no, don't do it.
Corey, okay, back off, Corey. I didn't ask for comments and text messages on this. Okay, Brian, help me out here. Let's add zombie game. Should I or shouldn't I?
Well, I don't know about that one. It sounds really sort of time consuming, but we have a zombie game that we love to play, a board game, not an addictive screen one. Although it's pretty addictive, it's a lot of fun. And I've actually got a photo of my daughter holding up the game on the table with a real shotgun pointing at it. So we've had a lot of fun with our zombie game.
Right. Okay. I'm pretty sure Brooke has placed 3 votes for yes, I should play the zombie game. She says Luke.
That's a forehead slap emoji that she's got there.
That's one of the key ways to prepare to fight the zombies, Suze, is to put your hand on your forehead. So Brooke is endorsing it.
I think Brooke is on team Renee and Kath and Susie and Brian as well.
Okay, Jessica, I'm going to keep going until I get full endorsement here. Should I play the zombie game?
Well, Luke, you know what? In this day and age, I would say that it's always good to be prepared for future zombie attacks. So go for it.
Hey, and you're only as good as the last answer to your question, so I think we need to end it there. That's us wrap today. Thank you so much for being a part of the Luke and Susie Discourse Live. Sorry for the technical interruptions. We'll work on that to make sure it doesn't happen again. In the meantime, we can't wait to catch you next time. We are Luke and Susie Discourse Live, which I believe is Tuesday, Suze.
Tuesday it is, and we hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Next.
The Luke and Susie quotable in just moments, and it's talking about insanity.
It's Luke and Susie with Faith, Family, Culture. Luke and Susie with you. We're brought